Hello, Bill Molyneux here with Bill's History in Wargame World. And I received half a dozen questions about flags. Flags for toy soldiers. Okay. Well, to start off with, the size of the flag doesn't matter. It's like you need to get them. 15 millimeter, 54 millimeter, whatever it may be. There are many people that sell flags on the internet, and then there's also the ability to make them. Right off the bat, I'm going to talk about warflag.com. So just go on to Google, type in warflag.com, and whammo, there's a lot of flags there. So, what do you do when there's no flag to be found? Well, we're going to go over some of that. So, here we have Regiment de Lorraine, French Marines. So all these flags here, Ladakh and Bern. Here's the 44th. Very unique flag here, the Augusta, Pennsylvania unit. So, you got to put out a shout. By the way, it's February 28th. General Montcalm, the greatest French officer ever. It's his birthday. He was a leap year baby. French flags. For over 250 years, the French flag was all white. This is the colonel's color, or the king's colors. The reason it's all white is to represent the purity of King Louis, the purity of the Catholic faith. So you learned something today. It wasn't until after the French-Indian War did the white flag go into the sign of parley or surrender. Prior to that, it was normally a red flag. So, let's say you want some flags. War Flag doesn't have them. You do an internet search. And here are French Marine flags. Really neat. So, you print them out, cut them out, and voila. Now, you can use floral wire for your flag staffs, or you can go to Walmart or any craft store and get wooden sticks. I find that the floral wire bends when the flags get hit or knocked over, and they a little bit more forgiving than the balsa sticks. Or you could even use shish kebab sticks depending on the scale of the size of the flag. You do have to remember, you don't want to look like he's carrying a tree stump or a big tree with him either. Got to remember scale. And I glue the two halves of paper together with a glue stick. Put it on the wire, and then later I'll put some tacky glue a little bit right there, and I'll hold it in after I get it placed in my figure. Alright, so showed you the figures. Now, what happens when you have something really odd like Lynn Otto's Augusta, the Pennsylvania French Indian War flag? That's really, you just can't find it. But you find one picture of it, and what do you do then? You only have a half. Well, I'm going to pause the camera and show you what to do next. Alright, so here's our PA flag, right there. So, I have one half of the Pennsylvania flag. I'm going to save it to my photos. So now I have one half of the flag saved. Now I'm going to pause the camera and show you what we're going to do with it from there. Okay, well, I have MS Word, Microsoft Word on, and here's my flag. Pretty cool, huh? So, now, all I do is take another one, and I can set it here. The other thing I can do is that. Then I go and I'm going to insert another one. Pause the camera. All right, so now I have two. And now I'm doing this for the video's sake, but as you can see, I now have two halves that I can print out. Now, you'll notice here my writing, the Pennsylvania 3rd Battalion, is backwards. Now, if I'm in a hurry, when I roll up my flag, I can roll it like this. So you only see the good writing, and the reverse side you don't see it. Or I can go in, cut and paste that out, and put the correct Pennsylvania 3 in there. But right now I have an actual flag that I pulled off the internet. And of course you can change that if you want. But if you're in a hurry or you just don't have a lot of computer skills, that's how you can make your flag. And you save it to your file and hit print. So you can do that system for flags that maybe not very common, not available, and that's how you can make your own flags. Again, you just insert a picture and these move around, and I'm using an iPad, but you can also use your desktop and I think it's pretty darn cool. So I can make flags that aren't readily available. And of course you may have other ideas, other ways to make your flags for your figures. But this is how I make mine. Also, there's several great vendors that make flags besides the free war flags. Warflag.com. So that's my thing on the flags today. So for your French and British provincial flags, today I hope you learned something maybe on at least what the white flag for France means when you see a French Indian War reenactment or a war game being played and you see regiments with all white flags or white flag with a cross in it, which is a seam, by the way. It's not really a black line. And I guess for video wise, on Saturday we leave for Braddock's Battlefield History Center along with Goober the Traveling Bear and some other companions. I'd like to give a shout out to the backboard. Walt gave this to me. It's a lot nicer than the one I have, and very appreciative of him giving that to me for this flag program. This is one of my 3 British provincials that I'll be taking to Jim Shaw in a few weeks to get painted, the detail work. Well, I hope you enjoyed making flags, and it might help you. And if not, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And don't forget, I have a Kickstarter out there, Horns of the Buffalo, the Zulu War, with 12 scenarios. It's a board game, but it easily can be adapted to miniatures. You can use it as a miniature scenario guide. Anyhow, I think that's it for now. Thank you. Stay safe. Be kind. Be courteous. And thank you for watching.